Well, we're in the Half Moon Wildlife Management Area, and I'm going to go down to this small cemetery and pay my respects. 25 years ago, 20 years ago, I can't recall. It's a long time. Been married to my wife 29 years, so it's been about 25 years. I embarked on a journey that took me through a time in my life that I felt was pretty interesting. And I developed an emotional connection with this place called Half Moon. And I'm a real spiritual person. I have a faith and a walk that I try and follow. So saying that, you get an emotional or spiritual connection with something isn't something new for me. But writing about it is new. I wrote a book entitled Wild Treasures of an Outdoorsman. And in that book chronicles my journey through a hunting quest that carried me through these woods and these swamps, and created for me a memory that I surely cherish. I made it my quest to shoot a Florida registry buck on public land in Florida. And I was able to accomplish that. But in doing so, I discovered this place, which impacted me far more than killing the deer. However, killing the deer kind of created for me a finality of the journey. And in order to complete the hunting process, one needs to scout and become familiar with the area and to locate places where deer live. And I spent my summers doing that. In fact, I hunted this management area 8 times over a period of 15 years before I finally killed that buck. And when I did complete that quest, I found it to be far more rewarding than I ever dreamed. And we're going to come up here to this place, and I'm going to introduce you to my little friend, who is chronicled in my book, and she will live forever in the pages of Wild Treasures of an Outdoorsman. And I would say without her, without my imaginary relationship with this place, the story doesn't work. It's just another hunting story. And to me, it's not just another hunting story. It is a movement through time. It is a life full of pain, disappointment, sorrow, agonizing pain. And I identify with that. I have to identify with that. Disappointment. What good is anything if there isn't some pain, some sorrow, some hurt? Let's see. It's back here somewhere. So with that, we're gonna meet Sarah Potter, a 6-year-old girl who lived here in the 1800s and passed away at the age of 6 years old. It's back in here somewhere. I gotta find it. I can't see it. Spider web. It's a pretty long hike back here. Again, this is the Half Moon Wildlife Management Area. Alto Landing was the name of the town, or settlement, should be better described. Settlement, and historically they say there was a plague, a sickness, a disease that forced the people to abandon their hopes of having a community here and move closer to medical attention. Let's see, where is it? Well, fiddlesticks. Here it is over here. It's about a 6-mile hike back here. I hiked this morning, and this is real interesting to me. I think this is worth showing, and it was certainly worth putting in my book. And people that went to school with me say, wow, you wrote a book? And I said, yeah, just one. I'm not a writer, don't claim to be a writer, just had something to say. And anyway, here's the cemetery here, just a quick pan of it. And over here's Sarah. So during my my quest, I found this place, and then I did a little research and found out about the town and the people that lived here. Really wasn't a town, just a group of people, cabins. And I began to identify because when I was a little boy, growing up in Eustis, my big thing was going down to the lake and going fishing. Every afternoon after a thunderstorm, I'd grab my pole and I'd go down to Lake Gracie. And I'd wade around and fish. And that's the way I spent my time. And I imagined Sarah or any of the other children that lived here hunting and fishing and living in these woods, enjoying a life that we know absolutely nothing about. And I wanted to make that connection. And I made that connection when I killed that deer. And it meant far more to me than any rack or venison dinner that I could ever have, to have been able to put myself in that place where I could identify with a life and a culture and a generation that's been gone for over 100 years. So to me, that's pretty cool. So what I've done today is I've brought a copy of my book, and this is something that's way overdue. I've always wanted to come down here and leave a copy at her grave. And if somebody comes along and sees it and takes it, that'll certainly be okay. But I'm doing this more for me than I am for anyone else. But she's forever, documented in the chapter Alto Landing and Wild Treasures of an Outdoorsman. And I think it's pretty cool. I really do. So I'm gonna put my camera down for just a second. I'm gonna keep it running right there like that. See if that'll work. So here we go. Here's a copy of my book. I'm just gonna leave it right there, just like that. And pay my respects that way. And to a young lady that's been dead since October 6, 1900. She was born May 31st, 1894. Sarah E. Potter. She was the sunshine of our home. And 6 years old. Makes me sad. But I'm happy that I can experience this. And over here is another one. Asleep in Jesus. The Potters lost another baby. It lived one day. So pretty pretty hard life. Now, I'm gonna post this on my Facebook page and on YouTube, on my YouTube page. You can get a copy of my book, Wild Treasures of an Outdoorsman, at Pat's Pawn and Gun, online at Pat's Pawn and Gun. Darren Steele is the owner there, and he has done nothing but support my efforts to promote and sell that book. He has sold a lot of books for me, and if you'll go to his website, patspawnandgun.com, and just in Leesburg, Florida, and just type in, when you do a search, type in books, and my book will come up. I think they're $18 or something, but that's my shtick for today. I'm gonna close this thing back up, but as always, my videos are unscripted, unedited, the real deal. So now I'll start after doing what I've done, I'll start my long hike back to the truck and enjoy the view all the way here. This is the Half Moon Wildlife Management Area. The settlement was Alto Landing in Sumter County off Highway 44. And if you ever want to come out here and just take a hike or bike ride it, and it's an awesome place. It'll capture your imagination just like it's caught mine. All right, love you guys. Enjoyed it. Talk to you soon. Bye.